Hi everyone. On a cold, rainy day, it's a great day to work in the classroom, so here I am working. The iPad data did fill up, and I was almost through with my video and realized it had stopped working. So, take two. Anyway, parents, today is week 6, Thursday, day number 29, if you're looking for that day. ELA is highlighted now as well as math. You have to turn in 2 assignments a week, or we're looking for you to turn in 2 assignments a week. And if it's a Thursday highlight but you don't get to it until Friday, that's okay. But we would like to have those by Friday if at all possible. All right? Kids, read today. The read aloud or the story you're supposed to read is Dear Dragon. Make sure you're reading for 15 or 20 minutes a day. There's lots of ways that you can do that. Raz Kids. Googling something, whatever you want to read, check it out. And you might have some book favorites at home. But on rainy days like today, you might want to read 30 minutes or 40 minutes if you have a really good book that you're really into right now. I sent home a bunch of books early on in the year. They were old Basel readers that we were going to throw away, and I thought the kids might get use out of them. This would be a great time to kick those in. The stories in the books and the poems are still good stories, and stories that sometimes we still read. So lots of good reading in these books. If you can find them, you still have them at home, grab those out and you can check them out. And another book recommendation, because I haven't done them in a couple videos, is The Magic School Bus. Lots of science going on. So The Magic School Bus inside a beehive. This is The Magic School Bus inside the earth. So those are my book recommendations for today. Writing is going to you're going to keep working on your piece for opinion writing. You wrote your hook or your opinion starter for yesterday. So you wrote your introduction, you have that done, you have a pretty good hook that you like, and you're ready to go on to the next step. And the next step would be writing examples or reasons about your opinion, something how you're supporting it. So in my opinion, I don't like rainy days. All right. So how would I support it? You get wet, you get cold. You track water into the house. Those are all supporting details for why I don't love rainy days, okay? But if you love rainy days, it brings up April showers, bring May flowers. It makes the pollen go out of the air. Those would be some supporting details for if I liked rainy days, okay? So you need to have a few of those in there to make sure you have a good support. Why are you feeling the way you're feeling, okay? It's your opinion, and you can feel either way about a book, or a movie, or rainy days, but you have to be able to support your details. Support with details, sorry. For word study today, one of the things around this time of the year I start requiring kids to do is to maybe put their spelling words in a sentence. So I hugged my friend, we walked to the pond, can we dance again today like we danced yesterday? So remember, every sentence starts with a capital and ends with a period. Even if it's a question mark, there's a period under it, right? So make sure you check those. And that brings me to my next thing. With all this writing we're talking about, sometimes you have to reread what you're writing. And even I had to check my work to see if it made sense. Does that make sense? So you might see on your paper from me, when you get it back, DTMS. Does that make sense? You might be thinking what you want to have on paper, but then as you're writing fast and you leave a couple words out, or it doesn't sound exactly the way you want it to. Read your work back. See if it's making sense to you. If not, it's a great time to fix it when you realize you have a little mistake in there. Okay? Math yesterday was Faith has stuffed bunnies. She places them in 5 columns of 3. Draw a picture, repeated addition sentence, and an answer statement. So I did that for you. I put them in 5 columns of 3. Columns are up and down. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 15 bunnies. Or 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. Faith has 15 stuffed bunnies in all. All right? I thought we'd do a little math from our module, and I started that until we ran out of data. So this is already done, and we'll review what I did. Sorry about that, guys. I unpacked the question. Will read 15 more pages than Marcy. Marcy read 38 pages. The book is 82 pages long. So now I've read it, now I'm going to unpack it. Will read 15 more pages than Marcy. Stop. He read 15 more pages, and that's going to be adding more in. Marcy read 38 pages. So now I know how many Marcy read. The book is 82 pages long. I don't need all this information for Part A. What I need to know is how many pages did Will read. He read 15 more than Marcy. 15 plus Marcy's 38. So 15 plus 38. Will read 53 pages. 8 and 5 was 13. I carried over. 3, 4, 5, 15. Or 5. So 8 and 3. Let me start that again. 8 and 5 is 13. Carry the 1 over. 3, 4, 5, 53. Will read 53 pages. So Will read 53 pages was my answer statement. Part B. How many more pages does Will need to read to finish the book? The book is 82 pages long. Will already read 53. So I'm going to say 82, subtract 53. And I said 3 is bigger than 2. I had to borrow from my neighbor. 8 became a 7. And 2 became 12. 12 take away 3 is 9. 7 take away 5 is 2. So he has 29 more pages to read. So I checked my work. So I took the last two numbers and to see if they'll add back up to 82. 53 and 29. 3 and 9 is 12. Carry my 1. 5 and 2 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. 82. So that's an okay problem. Will needs to read 29 more pages. Sorry about that. All right, so that's what I did before we ran out of data. And now we'll do one more set. I was saying earlier when I did it the first time, when you go to 3rd grade, they'll be expecting you to be able to add with carryover and subtract with borrowing. So even though we're moving into repeated addition and laying the groundwork for multiplication, which is also a big part of 3rd grade, this piece can't be forgotten because it's going to be something you'll use your whole life. If I'm trying to balance my checkbook, I need to add. And I need to subtract more than I need to add usually. Okay, so you need to be able to add and you need to be able to subtract. All right, let's do 3 more of those for practice. And we'll be adding to check our work because these are all subtraction problems. If you want to do hundreds, tens, and ones, you can work on that. And I am going to continue through so we don't run out of data. 304 minus 53. Remember, when you're using scrap paper, line them up so that your ones are in a row, your tens are in a row, your hundreds. So if I have 4 and I take away 3, I have 1 left. If I have none, can I take away 5? No. I have to go to my neighbor. 3 becomes a 2 and 0 becomes 10. 10 take away 5 is 5, and I drop my hundreds place down, 251. Let's check these two problems. So 251 and 53, however you want to set it up. 3 and 1 is 4. 5 and 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 and 3. 304 and 304. That's an okay problem. 406 minus 187. 7 is bigger than 6. I go to my neighbor. Oh no! My neighbor's fresh out of M&M's too. So I go to 4. Becomes a 3. This becomes a 10. But don't forget 6 is still waiting. It needs help with 7. So 10 becomes a 9 and 6 becomes 16. 16 take away 7 is 9. 9 take away 8 is 1. 3 take away 1 is 2. 219. Let's add them up. See if they equal what they're supposed to. 406. 9 and 7 is 6. So far so good, right? 9 and 7 is 16. Carry my 1. 8, 9, 10. That's a 0. Carry my 1. 2, 3, 4. 406 and 406 is an okay problem. Last one for today for math. Subtract. 6 is bigger than 1. I got to go next door. Oh no, they're out again. Go to the next door neighbor. 5 becomes a 4 and 0 becomes 10. 10 has to become a 9 to help out the 1, and 1 becomes an 11. 11 take away 6 is 5. 9 take away 1 is 8. 4 take away 3 is 1. Now let's add these two numbers together and see if we get 501. 5 and 6 is 11. Carry the 1. 8, 9, 10. 0. Carry the 1. 3, 4, 5. 501 and 501 is an okay problem. Okay? So, if you want to work on these other pieces for practice, that's all fine and dandy. Remember, you have to be able to subtract with borrowing and add with carryover. Those are going to be important moving forward. So don't forget that piece, even though we've moved on to the repeated addition and making arrays. Yesterday, I talked to you guys about how seeds travel. So here are some submissions I got. Let's talk a little bit about those. So how seeds can travel, I said we generate a list. Air. So if you've ever seen, I've been out on a windy summer day, you might have seen some seeds floating in the air like dandelion seeds, or if you've blown on one of those and made a wish. So those seeds can travel by air. Water. If those seeds happen to fall into a little creek or a stream, they can be carried down by water. A burdock could fall into the water and be carried down the stream by water. Sometimes by people. We will buy seeds at the store, bring them home and plant them. Sometimes flower seeds, sometimes vegetable seeds. So we can carry them as well. Also on my clothes, once in a while when I'm building fence, I'll get a burdock on my clothes and I pull it off and throw it away out into the field. Well, guess what? I just planted a burdock. And I'm sure if you have animals, you've seen that happen with your animals. My horses are all the time getting burdocks in their manes and tails, and then they travel back to the barn, and I walk up to them and pull the burdocks out, and wherever those seeds drop, a new burdock bush can grow. All right? So there's more ways that we'll talk about tomorrow as well. So this is going to be for until Friday, how seeds travel, and we had people submit some of these ideas, and I added to a couple of them. All right? Guys, make sure you're keeping up with your school things and staying dry and warm. And I miss you even more when I come in here to school and see our classroom. So I hope you're having a great day. Looking forward to Zooming with you guys at 1 on Friday. All right, keep up the good work. Good job, guys.